fans, this is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Martin Bakole, Billy Nelson, Team Bakole in the building. Get this. Billy Nelson states that Bakole is going on a diet whether he likes it or not. Okay? He said he's stubborn. He doesn't eat much British food, only Congolese food, Nelson told Ring Magazine. Whether he likes it or not, we're going to get help. Those are the words of Billy Nelson, and let me counterpunch. Listen, I think it's a good call by Billy Nelson to get him on a diet. That's a start. But I got to keep it a buck, people. That's all the reason I said he needed to get rid of Billy Nelson, or Billy Nelson should have been replaced a long time ago. Why? Because Martin Bakole should have been on a diet a long time ago. You see what I mean? He should have been on a diet ages ago. And even him at 284 pounds, you look at him in the Michael Hunter fight, the guy was like 245, 250. Michael Hunter and Martin Bakole's weigh-in. Martin Bakole weighed 256 pounds. So how do you go from 256 pounds to 300? Or better yet, on the minus scale, on the lesser of 284. You know, that's still estimated 30 pounds. How do you gain 30 pounds being a professional athlete? That's my question. Like, how do you do that? Where do you, like, what type of environment are you in to gain that amount of weight? What? And it just shows you he may have an eating disorder, but I mean, he's a big guy. He's tall, but at the same time, you know, he's big boned. I get it, but you know, he looks like he likes fat cakes. You know what I mean? Congolese fat cakes, you know, African candies, right? But at the same time, you know, that's what a manager and a trainer, you know, especially a manager, because your manager pretty much helps you advise your career. Those are some of the things that he could have done years ago. You know, all that time he's been waiting around 10, 11 years for nobody to fight him. That's the time you should have been preparing Martin Bakole to be in better shape like he was in 256. You know what I mean? Getting some of that weight off. You should have got a nutritionist. If you seen, my fighter's good, he can fight, but I know he's stubborn. Since he told the world that, you should have knew that before you told the world that. Since you told the world that, you already knew that. So since you knew that, you should have done something about that. Okay, period. So he should have got the strength and conditioning coach, knowing he's stubborn, knowing that, hey, he likes to eat. He doesn't like British food. He likes his native food. Okay, so that's what he likes to do. That's what he likes to get involved with. You know, and it's a lot of people that don't drink, don't smoke, don't do other vices, but food is one of the go-to vices for most normal people, right? But nonetheless, that I don't think he has time for that, to being an athlete, and especially with the demand that he put on himself. How do I mean? The demand is talking about or explaining or exposing sparring stories. What you did to Jared Anderson. You know what I'm saying? What you say you will do to all these other heavyweights that we haven't really seen it done. But at least we have a reason or a pretty good idea on why he couldn't do what or done more in the Efe Ajagba fight. Okay, because he was fat. He didn't have any stamina. That you know, that big tub of belly that he carries around, yeah, that'll get to you every so often. Shout out to Tyson Fury, man. Tyson Fury, you know, is one of those guys that can actually carry that weight. Now, he could probably be better if he was in shape too, needless to say, but Martin Bakole, no. Billy Nelson saying he's going on a diet, whether he likes it or not, he should have been done that. Why didn't you do that when he got knocked out by Joseph Parker? Why didn't you just implement that in? Because, yo, bro, you're too fat. Yo, would you like it or not? You know, you're going on a diet. Joseph Parker, we know he was in shape, but there's no reason for you to be in this type of shape, champ. So we're going to put you on a diet after this as well. You see what I'm saying? Why didn't he do that then? I know. Maybe you're too much worried about that commission that you was going to get from Turkey Al-Sheikh. That's why you talked Mark Bakole in it in the first place. Maybe you did that, Billy. But I digress on that. Good call by Billy Nelson to do this. I just think it's better, you know, too late. You know what I mean? Too little, too late right now, because it's like, yo, he's got a loss and a draw. So a win, a loss, and a draw. And you're just now, he's going to put him on a diet if he likes it or not. Okay. You should have been done that. You know, and my thing is, if you have somebody's best interest at heart, you'd have done that already. You don't wait until mistakes happen like that and then, hey, you're going on a diet. That's it, kid. You know, that's done. No. And then that just goes to show you you're not going to knock everybody out. Okay, so you can miss me with the, hey, Bakole's this dangerous guy. Yeah, he's dangerous. He'll batter you if you get close to him. That's his game, but people know what that game is now. So more people are going to want to try him now. Okay, he looks beatable now because he's been beaten twice now. Okay, so that's that with Billy, you know. So I think, yeah, it's a good call, but I don't know. I wonder if it's, you know, authentic or not, honestly. You know, I think, I think Billy knows, like, hey, well, he's going on a diet and this, that, and the other, because I think you know, as a manager and a trainer, I think people expect more from you to help your fighter be a better fighter. You know, so maybe this is where it's at or what it's come down to. But I think it was all because of pressure, and the pressure is being forced on you because you didn't do what you're supposed to did in the first place with the fighter that you was managing and training. Counterpunch. But you guys tell me what you think of Billy Nelson stating that Mark Bakole, is going on a diet, whether he likes it or not. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.